Why is ring culture so much more prevalent in the NBA than in other sports? I wish we had a simple answer. Right?
Oh my goodness, I do not know the answer. I wish I had the answer to this, but I'm not sure, man.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
And yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport, and why it's the be-all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. Yeah. It's like,
all-headed demon. Show some.
Knicks Daily Edition.
Stop the cap, LeBron. The NBA is currently deep in a cultural moment, a hotly debated era where ring chasing is seen as both a sin and a strategy. And like all cultural moments, there's an origin story. It's no accident that LeBron James recently brought this up, and with just enough irony to raise eyebrows. After all, he's not just a participant in ring chase culture. He's arguably one of the architects. LeBron James's comments were part thought experiment, part deflection. He wondered out loud, when did winning become all that matters? And if you were born after 2000, you might have even thought he had a point. But for those of us who watched him go to Miami in 2010, assemble the big three, hold a pep rally before playing one single game, and say, not one, not two, not three, we remember. And ironically, Tracy McGrady, Jason Williams, they tried to defend LeBron, but they were unintentionally making the argument airtight that LeBron James didn't just participate in ring culture, he turbocharged it. So what I want to talk about today is the myth of the GOAT and the shadow of Jordan, and why he, because of that, has to take responsibility. Okay? He's always talked about being in the shadow of chasing Michael Jordan his whole career. And then he tried to act like he wasn't. MJ wasn't the first great player, but he was the first to become mythic through flawless championship dominance. 6 for 6 in the finals, with 6 final MVPs. What are we talking about? He didn't chase rings. He built dynasties. He didn't team up with stars. He turned players like Scottie Pippen into stars. He didn't need a super team. He was the super team. LeBron James, though, came up in a different era. By 2010, he was 7 seasons in with the Cleveland Cavaliers and no rings to show for it. He had made a final appearance, yes, in 2007, but was swept. And then the narrative, fair or not, was that he couldn't win as the guy. So in 2010, he took matters into his own hands and changed the history of the league. The decision wasn't just a career move. It was a signal to every player that was watching. If you want to be great, you need to stack the deck. Miami. That's when the birth of ring chase culture happened. LeBron James's move to Miami wasn't just about winning. It was about accelerating the path to championships in a way that we hadn't seen from a superstar in his prime before. Before LeBron James, players joined contenders in their twilight. Think Karl Malone to the Lakers. Think Gary Payton to the Heat. These were veterans chasing their last shot at glory. LeBron was 25 years old. And teaming up with Dwayne Wade and teaming up with Chris Bosh, LeBron did more than form a super team. He introduced the modern blueprint. Don't wait on your franchise to build a contender. Just team up with other stars in a tax-friendly state and go get your rings now. That's ring chase culture. It's not just wanting to win. Everyone wants to win. It's shortcutting the slow build for immediate gratification. It's choosing the path of least resistance. That's the problem with this generation. LeBron pioneered that shift into real time under the scrutiny of live cameras and a burning Cleveland jersey. So when Tracy McGrady and Jason Williams pop up, they unintentionally roast the man. Recently, Tracy McGrady and Jason Williams attempted to support LeBron's point, asking when rings became the measure of greatness. T-Mac argued that fans penalize players for not winning, and that this pressure leads them to join super teams. Jason Williams added that guys are forced into ring chasing because the media and fans demand championships. What they don't realize is this: that media pressure and fan obsession was a byproduct of LeBron's own choices. Once LeBron made championships equate to greatness, his own personal currency, trading loyalty, continuity, and team building for immediate results, he set the tone for a generation. The media and fans didn't invent this standard in a vacuum. LeBron did. He wanted to catch Jordan. But because he couldn't match 6-for-6 narrative, he had to outdo it by volume. More finals appearances, more cumulative stats, more all-time records, and yes, more rings. See what he's doing, know what he's doing. So every move he made post-2010 had one goal: accumulate rings. From Miami back to Cleveland, where he teamed up with Kyrie and got Kevin Love, to joining the Lakers and recruiting Anthony Davis, and then pushing for every helpful vet and stretch forward in the league. This wasn't just ring chasing, it was GOAT compensation. LeBron changed the standard, then he complained about it. It's a little rich for LeBron to now question why rings matter. Why they matter so much when he built his legacy around redefining greatness as ring accumulation, especially after orchestrating multiple super team formations, shifting the balance of power in the league for over a decade. Open your eyes. When Jordan won, there was finality to it. The Bulls broke teams. Jordan didn't just beat you, he eliminated you. The Pistons, done. Us Knicks, heartbroken. The Pacers closed the book. LeBron's rings came through collaborations, negotiations, and reinforcements. Nothing wrong with that. But if you chase the crown with different tools, don't ask the kingdom to forget how kings used to win. There's a ripple effect to it, and we see it now. After LeBron, everyone started ring chasing. Kevin Durant left the Thunder after blowing a 3-1 lead to join the 73-win Warriors. He took LeBron's method and made it feel surgical. If LeBron cracked the door open, KD kicked that mother flipper down. James Harden forced his way out of Houston to join stars in Brooklyn. Then Philly. Then the Clippers, chasing his ring dream. Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, and others all looked for the perfect pairing. The one last shot at hardware. Even younger stars now think about mobility and fit more than legacy with a single franchise. The modern NBA is a player empowerment league right now. And it's also a ring or bust league. It's cooked. And that's LeBron's legacy. And that's why this all ties back to GOAT aspirations. LeBron's GOAT chase created ring culture because he needed rings to compete with Jordan. Jordan didn't build super teams. He faced them and beat them. He was never on the wrong side of history. LeBron, however, has 6 finals losses. He had to make a new argument that sustained excellence, stats, and finals appearances mattered more than perfection. But to even be in the conversation, he knew he needed rings, plural. And not eventually, now. And so the chase began. Not just for him, but for everyone who came after. That man is the ringmaster of the chase. If LeBron wants to know when ring chasing became the rule, he should look back in the mirror, actually. He didn't invent it. But he elevated it. He normalized it. He institutionalized it. And now, as he starts to end the end of his career, and that GOAT conversation remains, the question pops up about ring chasing. That's ironic, bro. LeBron James will go down as one of the greatest players ever to touch a basketball. We know this. But he won't go down as the player who killed ring chasing. He won't go down as the player who killed ring culture. He'll go down as the one who made it cool. He'll go down as the one that made it cool. For the man that says, that right there made me the greatest of all time, and then switches, I have no idea where ring culture started. At what point do we start? Come on, B, what are we doing? What say you? Keep this in mind. Same thing applies to life that applies to our team. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. Microwave mentality, air fryer desire. What is your generation? What's going on with you?
This bitch.
I'm your boy Shit. Keep this in mind. Same thing applies to life that applies to our team. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. Also remember this, whether it's out there in the real world or here in these YouTube streets, here in Knicks Deli.
Everybody eats.
I'm your